this is hearsay. And again, I've never been provided a copy of this parent screenshot.
Sustained, and it hasn't been authenticated. There's no testimony that this was sent to this witness or that she was part of that conversation. So, sustained.
Your Honor, may I please, for the record, respond?
Well, it seems like you showed it to her. She didn't get it. She didn't recognize it, and it's written hearsay. Is there an exception to the hearsay rule?
Well, I would say that she testified that she saw communications from the parties. She testified that a phone number was changed, and then there was no further communications between the parties or way to contact the parties. She did recognize the child in the photograph. She does say she doesn't see it. That's fine, Your Honor. I'll withdraw the, sorry.
Okay.
Can I ask that Mr. Finley provide me with any exhibits that he plans to show to the witnesses? I've never seen that exhibit before. I still haven't received the videos.
I expected that would have happened prior to today's trial.
Well, Your Honor, he has all the communications between the parties. These are text messages between the parties, which he has not provided me. And I've asked them twice. I've asked for him twice. So I don't know if he has these or not because he hasn't provided me with his.
Your Honor, I did. I provided a link via Dropbox to the text messages that I plan to admit, but they're only from the dates of June of 2021 to present. I don't have anything prior to that. I've never seen that screenshot before. I certainly don't have those. So I would ask for any exhibits that he plans to admit that I haven't seen, including the videos that the court indicated earlier. I'm sorry, video or audio. I can't recall if it was audio of recordings that I haven't received yet.
Okay, so, it is a few minutes after noon. I was hoping to finish up at least the testimony of this witness, but I think that Mr. Vela does have the right to see any exhibits that you're going to be proffering prior to the proffer, Mr. Finley. So do you have other exhibits that you plan for this witness that Mr. Vela doesn't have?
Well, that's my concern, Your Honor. With impeachment exhibits, my expectation is not to offer them. But if a witness says something that's clearly contradicted by a piece of evidence, then in that case I would. So my expectation was not, I just literally got this from my client while you were taking that other case. So I myself have not seen this.
Well, but it wasn't a communication with this witness at all in any event, and she hasn't seen it, and it's not not probative of anything, and I ruled that it's inadmissible. Let's just finish with the testimony of this witness, and then over the lunch recess, anything else that you think that you're going to be showing a witness, it needs to be provided to Mr. Vela.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and continue if that's okay.
Please.
Okay. You don't have anything on your screen right now, correct?
Just the Zoom meeting.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I can't see when it goes up on the screen for some reason. You testified that your husband, the affect was that he was saddened and had an emotional response to what you say was him being blocked from knowing where his daughter was or having any further communication, correct?
Yes.
Do you know whether he had the same reaction when he sent his daughter away to live with his parents after she was a brand new infant child for a year?
I'm going to object. It calls for facts, not in evidence that he sent his daughter away to live in India.
I'll rephrase the question.
Thank you.
I believe it's in his brief that this child, and I think it was on opening, that somehow this child ended up with his parents a month after she was born and stayed with his parents for a year. You know that, right?
I am aware. that she lived with his parents for a year.
Okay. And do you know did he ever share with you whether he had the same reaction to being away from his daughter for a year that he did for being away from his daughter for a matter of a month or two?
He always missed her. But when Viha was with his parents, he was not denied the right to see her or talk to her.
And how do you know he was denied here? How do you have personal knowledge, other than what your husband communicated to you, that anybody was stopping him from communicating with Viha?
Well, I believe him, and I saw the emotions that he went through. I was there for the tears, for him wondering when he was going to see her again, if she would remember him.
How many children do you have?
2.
And you said you would not have married your husband if he wasn't a good father.
Yes.
Do you have any children between you and Mr. Potru?
No, we decided not to have children.
Okay. And I didn't mean to get into your business that way, I'm just asking. Regarding your children when they were infants, if you would have an infant child with Potru, would you agree to send your daughter away for a year?
And I'm going to object as to the relevance of this question.
Sustained.
Okay. How many conversations have you had with Mr. Vela about your testimony here today?
Explain a little better, please.
Of course. What is your understanding of the word conversation?
Talking about the trial and making sure that, I know what to be true and the dates that we visited, things that we do with Viha, if I truly feel if she's happy when she's with us. How do I know those things?
What's your definition of practice?
Practice?
Yeah, like when you practice.
You repeat things.
Did you practice, based on your definition, did you practice your testimony with?
No,
Okay.
I don't have the time for those things.
And you said your husband works at the gas station as a manager for his uncle's store?
Yes,
Okay. And your testimony is that he was absent for 6 days from that business?
my testimony.
Yeah, you said that the entire time that Viha was visiting for the 5 or 6 days this past spring break, that your husband was always there. He was always present.
Yes,
So that
he was present with Viha, yes.
he never went to work that day or any of those days?
He stopped at the store one day for, I think, an hour. Viha was with him.
Okay, he took her to the store is what you're saying.
Yes. For,
How
like I said, maybe an hour to do a couple of little things. She got to sit in the office room and she was on the iPad. He made it quick and then they went and had lunch with me.
Why is it that we don't have any information about this private investigator you guys keep saying you hired?
We did hire.
It's not in your exhibits. I don't even know his name.
That's not a relevant question. The private investigator was just to locate Viha.
He testified to it.
So, but what's the relevance of where this child should live and how much child support there should be and who has custody? Those are the issues we're focusing on today.
I'll move on, Your Honor. I just want you to make sure I understand for the record. Your husband has no other sources of income other than what you've stated here on the record today, correct?
Correct.
And you testified that you spent some length testifying, really going through the questions under the factors, establishing things about your home and how VHA is adjusting to that setting. You know that based on your observations of VHA when she's been with you during those visits, correct?
I know that based on her visits with me, the things that she talks about, her body language.
And you don't know anything about how she may have relayed or responded as to those visits when she got home or in any other setting, correct?
How would I know what she did when she got home?
That was the point of my question. The answer is no.
No, I would not know how she did at home.
How far are you guys from the beach?
We can be to the beach in 25, 30 minutes.
Appreciate your time today. I don't have any further questions of you.
Mr. Vella?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, well, now would be a convenient time for us to take a noon recess. It is 15 after 12. How much time would you like? An hour?
Whatever the court wants.
Okay. Would you be available at 1, or do you want a little more time?
Is the court expecting Mr. Finley to send me those exhibits and recordings?
Yeah, so maybe why don't we give you until 1:15 for lunch?
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're
Thank you, Your Honor.
welcome. We'll take a recess until then. Thank you.
Thank you.